Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow. Welcome to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Draft Season 2. We're on to the episode 4 now. We are playing Pharaoh Servant today, but we do have some tournament packs to get first, so we might as well take a quick look here. Honestly, there's not a ton in here, and it's all high rarity, which is like very, very unlikely to get, but maybe some of these do come up. If we get Morphing Jar, we are playing Morphing Jar like 100%. This card is hilarious. Dragon Seeker could be potentially a thing if somebody does want to summon Blue Eyes, but let's be real, that's probably going to be me that would summon that, and I'm not entirely sure if I would even play it against anyone else. Giant Red Sea Snake, and I guess Call of the Grave is like the only other thing potentially in here. So, the Sea Snake is because I didn't get 7 color fish, so, you know, could be reasonable there. But let's just go in. These aren't going to be the important packs of the set, so we'll see what we can do. Two-Headed King Rex and Crawling Dragon are decently strong Earth monsters. They still get beat out by most of the other stuff there, but, you know, it could be potentially a thing. That stuffed animal, like the prototype of a Frightfur monster or something by the looks of it. Karuzis, again, just like nothing there. Just keep on moving on. Maiden of the Moonlight is at least a light monster, but it's lower attack than like everything else we'd have there anyhow. Look at the Sky Dragon, it's so powerful with its 6 stars and everything there, right? 1900 attack, absolutely worthless. Nothing really there. Two-Headed King Rex, sure. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I said I would play it if I pulled it, right? This is a $1,500 card from TV. That's crazy. And if you got that in real life. Yo. Okay, we actually pulled the Morphing Jar. Okay, that changes the outlook on the next set a fair bit too. 3 things left here. Not expecting to get anything else, but we also get Dragon Seek. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't think this card is good, but maybe this could still be a side deck thing, because Kib did play, like, both Kib and Azure did play dragons this week. Don't know if they still would, but if we have space in the side deck, maybe that is something that goes in just in case, right? Then the last one's nothing, but Morphing Jar coming on in, huh? Save that one there. We will see about that one, Pepper. Pepper's already cappering an empty jar over here. We will see. Let's get ourselves set up for the actual draft here. We have 24 packs of Pharaoh Servant. Everybody going into this draft is at 2 mulligans remaining, so that is until the start of GX, so quite a bit to go there. But let's take a look and see what is actually good in Pharaoh Servant here. For the first time in the draft so far, we want the secrets out of this set. They're probably going to get banned almost immediately, or at least one of them will be. But we want to get them anyhow, because they are absolutely absurd in this set. This is probably one of the strongest secret sets in the old ones. Jinzo needs basically no introduction. It's 2400 attack, dark, level 6, so it's only just below Summon Skull, and it negates like all of the trap cards which are in this set. And there's a lot of purple in this set. So yeah, Jinzo obviously extremely good. Negates the other, probably more important one to hit here, Imperial Order. It's disgusting. This is pre-errata IO, so this will negate all of the spell cards on the field, and you get the choice as to whether or not to pay the cost for it, and you only pay the cost for it on your own standby phases. So, absolutely busted out the ass. Super Res, there's some decent stuff in here. Dust Tornado comes in at Super, which would be good to pick up because it's spell and trap removal that gets around Imperial Order, which is nice. Sometimes the set aspect is pretty good as well, but mostly it's just the fact of it's more chances at spell trap removal. We didn't get MST, Kib did. Did Kib even play MST? I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, definitely one we want. Grave Robber is interesting because there are so many very powerful spell cards going around at the moment. If we pay 2,000 life points or take 2,000 damage to use it, but we steal like the strongest spell card out of the opponent's graveyard. So that could be pretty good. Mirror Wall I've had in like both of my previous drafts that I've done of this so far, and it's a really good one-turn blocker, so definitely wouldn't be too bad there. Magical Hats is fine, probably gets a little bit better later on, but could still do some funky stuff with flip effects and whatnot here. Nobleman of Crossout would be very important to get rid of Magician of Faith and stuff like that. So one of the few ways of dealing with face down cards at the moment. Fairy Meteor Crush is bad, but we do have Maha Violet, so at least it can do some attack gain there. Limiter Removal, important for machines later, but not really too good at the moment. And Gear Freed is only notable because it does a dumb thing with Butterfly Dagger Elmer, but we don't even care about, so whatever. Some of rares here are pretty important as well. Michizure is pretty good. It destroys a monster if one of your guys gets destroyed, so you can basically use this as a not quite Mirror Force-y type thing. It's pretty useful. Nobleman of Extermination is really good in sealed because it does tend to bait out a lot of trap card stuff, and also is just like face down removal, so pretty good there. The Shallow Grave gets a lot more meaning now that we have Morphing Jar, so that's pretty sweet. Morphing Jar number 2 as well also potentially gets a lot more meaning here. So these are actually higher priority picks than they would have been before. Prohibition is like the ultimate side deck card. You use this when you know that the opponent's strategy relies on like one card really heavily, and you just stop them from ever using that one card. It's really good. Otherwise, the rares, it's mostly these two here. Magic Drain is just a solid draft card all around. You can either negate the opponent's spell, or they keep their spell, but they discard another one instead, so that's kind of nice. You can get rid of a lot of power stuff that way. And Gravity Bind also gets some new meaning now that we have access to Morphing Jar, so there is that. Ultra rares, Chain Destruction is not amazing, so we don't care about that. Ceasefire is a pretty good one in a flip effect format, so maybe we'll get to that. Call for the Haunted Premature Burial, more Monster Reborn style targets could be pretty nice. So we can only revive our own dudes, but that's still perfectly fine. Fast Nice Restrict is pretty good if we could get it. Metamorphosis target for later on, especially because we will get Scapegoat because it's in Joey's starter deck, so there is that. And then Goblin Attack Force we don't need too much. Beast of Talwar is not amazing. Fiend Mega Cyber is pretty useful, so we'll go over that if we get it. Buster Blader is funny against Blue Eyes, but nothing too big there. Short print stuff, it's mostly Time Seal, which isn't the greatest ever, but could be reasonable at the moment. Solemn Wishes is funny, but never really that good. And then for the commons, there's a lot of interesting like little things in here. None of them are really going to be that impactful, except for the fact that there's some bigger monsters than we have on average had access to so far. The Darkfire Soldiers are 1700, Sky Scout is 1800. That's pretty useful. DNA Surgery is here alongside Inset Barrier, which potentially could be a thing to block out attacks if we get enough surgery. 4-starred Ladybug of Doom is a really good anti-aggro card, and then Cold Wave is a really good aggro card in general, because this can stop both players from using spell and trap cards for a full turn, including the opponent's turn, so that's kind of crazy as well. Shadow of Eyes isn't the greatest, but it is worth noting anyway, because it did actually see some use in the last draft that Azrael and I did, and did negate some flip effects. We have a lot of Magician of Faith and stuff around, so it might actually be useful here. Right, 24 packs. Let us see what we can get, see what we can top the Morphin Jar with here. Not amazing on the opener here. We don't really have a lot here. Time Seal, again, potentially, but I think we've only got one Mask of Darkness, if I remember rightly, so nothing too great. Skull Invitation does damage when cards get sent to the graveyard or something, but it's reciprocal, so whatever, really. Nothing too fancy out of there. Mad Sword Beast is the first monster that we get with piercing damage. We maybe could play that in the Earth strategy, but probably won't be going into that too much. But hey, if we get enough of them, maybe we can do that. Bombardment Beetle is very funny against other flip monsters, so that could be a thing. Moving on. Gravity Bind. Okay, so that's the first bit. This is the first time I've had an attack blocking type thing. Gravity Bind stops level 4 and higher monsters from attacking, so we can, if we get enough of these, protect our little guys, especially stuff like Dream Clown, and start generating some advantage engines, so wouldn't necessarily hate seeing that. Inset Barrier is also a thing with DNA Surgery. If we can get enough copies of each of those, that could also be a thing to play this round. Dimension Hole doesn't really do anything. This Solemn Wishes is very funny, but not particularly good, I don't think. Yeah, Dimension Hole doesn't do much of anything worth noting, so let's just move straight on here. On to Grave Robber. Okay. Also Cold Wave. Very good, very bannable card as well, but yeah, Grave Robber could actually be very, very powerful in our current format, because there are so many good spell cards. Yeah, some of them have been getting banned, of course, but there's still Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Change of Heart, etc., etc. There's only going to be more as we keep going, and yeah, if we could hitch the right card, it's expensive, but if we pitch to get the right card, this could actually be very powerful. I might have to experiment with that. Moving on here, Beast of Talwar, of course. Well, I mean, it's no Jinzo, but it is another Dark that I could play, so if I want to play another like Tribute Dude for Soul Exchange or something, maybe we could do that. Magic Drain is arguably the more important card out of this pack here, but still, Beast of Talwar is interesting, at least. You know, it's not the worst card we could have pulled. Nothing really too good in here. Mad Sword Beast again, so I mean we could try Earth, but probably not. Third of the way through, 2 Magic Drain is good. That's about the best so far though? Not really too sure. We've still got plenty of time though, so 4-star Ladybug of Doom is good to get. We do want this because it is good against aggro decks, so definitely worth keeping in mind. Still haven't really seen a lot of the actual aggro tools here, and as I say that, we do get 1 Sky Scout, so there is that. Plenty of Insect Barrier, but no DNA Surgery. Dimension Hole again, not doing anything. It's a really bad rare to get here. Third Magic Drain, okay, that is good, but I think we could do with some more of the jar type stuff here, right? Appropriate doesn't do anything. DNA Surgery is the first one of those we've got here, so at least there's that. Appropriate draws you like 2 cards after the opponent draws with an effect, but it doesn't count the first time when you flip it up, so maybe against these jokers using Upstart Goblin? I don't know. I wouldn't play it, let's be honest. Second Gravity Bind is something. Are we just playing the dumb stuff this time? We might be. I didn't get like Spear Cretin and stuff like that from the previous set though, so I don't know how good I could really do it, but hey. Sky Scout, also good to see a second one of. I actually have some 1800 dudes this time. Magical Hats is intriguing. So this lets you put one of your monsters to face down defense, you take 2 spell or traps from your deck and shuffle up with your monster, and then the opponent gets to do whatever they want in battle phase. The monsters themselves have got 0 attack and defense, you spell trap stuff, but it lets you reset a flip monster, which might actually be good since we've got Morphin Jar available. I don't know. We'll have to see. Monster Recovery is not really worth talking about here, so we're not going to bother with that. Shift, not the greatest of cards. Fissure doesn't target, so we can't really use it as an anti-Fissure, so nothing too great. Alright. 2/3 of the way through, Dust Tornado. Okay. This is starting to pick up a little bit. This is the 3rd Mad Sword Beast as well, so we do have a decent light earth piercing thing here. Dust Tornado is a really good one to have access to, because yes, it's slower than Mystical Space Typhoon, but it's also not a spell card, so it can get through stuff like Magic Drain, and this can also be a battle trick as well if you use it on the right type of card. So definitely very happy to see that. I'm glad that we have some sort of removal here, because we haven't seen Nobleman Extermination yet, which is concerning. Sky Scout, that's the 3rd one, definitely. Michizure, first time we're seeing that here. Only 7 packs left, and there's like 2 really big rares that we have not seen any of, so little bit concerned. Skull Invitation is definitely not one of them, so yeah, nothing to really talk about in that pack. Let's move on. Hayabusa Knight can attack twice, which is cute, but only starts at 1,000 attack, so you'd have to do some serious work to get that guy to be worth it. Probably not happening here. Vampire Baby, woo, doesn't do anything whatsoever, so moving on, just to 4 packs left here. No. 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 Why did we get this one? Why did we have to get IO? No. Welp, have fun with the 1 week that we get access to that, I suppose. Well, I can't mulligan this now, even if I wanted to. Absolutely can't, because IO is just like crazy, crazy strong. Alright, nothing out of this one, so that is fine. 2 packs left to go. There's our first Morphin Jar number 2. Really wish that we'd gotten just like a little bit more here, considering we have the other Morphin Jar. But you know, I can't really complain too much with it here. Maybe we get a second one in the close. I don't have the Shallow Grave either though, so... No, just Hayabusa 9. Okay. I will admit, this is pretty mid as far as this set goes. We have gotten quite a few good things. It's better than nothing, right? It's definitely better than a lot of our other drafts, who are finally starting to pick up a bit here. But there are a couple of things that we didn't get in here. Let's open it up in the deck builder real quick. Because you can sort this. I need to remember how, but I don't usually use this bit. But this is before saving into the collection, right? We can go ahead and do the stuff here. I think it's under edit, right? Yeah, sort. So we can actually show what we picked up in the bit here. So let's go ahead and do that. So we do have a playset of Sky Scout, which is good because I was missing out on that. Beast of Tal War's not the greatest. It does get sort of power crept by the fact of it's like a rare is 2400 in the next set. But hey, it's another dark. I do have a bunch of Mystic Plasma Zone. We could do something with that. Vanilla stuff is fine. Like we got the turtle, I guess, if we want that. Lots of vermin. 2 4-star ladybugs is fine. 3 is probably excessive. Only 1 Morphin Jar kind of sucks a bit, but that's okay. Lots of barriers, but I only got 1 DNA surgery if I remember rightly. Is it down the bottom? I don't even see. I know I got 1. It's up the top, yeah, with the gravity bind. So like 1 DNA surgery, 2 gravity bind. So I can't do the inset barrier stuff, which is probably for the best. IO, kind of gross. There's no way we get to keep that, surely. Free Magic Drain is very good. The 1 Michizure, well, I've given Trap Hole back, so we're probably fine on that. Dust Tornado is a really good pickup. Like, yes, we're going to get them from the starter decks, but it's good to have it now, because that means I play 1 less D-Spell, right? Really good card there. Grave Robber is an interesting one I want to experiment with. Magical Hats is pretty good. We have all the Time Seal BS if we did want to try something that way. I forget how many Mask of Darkness I have, though, so I think it might only be 1. So I don't think we're doing anything that way. But we've got the jars, and, you know, even if it's just 1 copy of this, we've got the jars. No way of actually recovering them, so I don't think full empty jar is going to be a thing, but that's fine because that deck is dumb anyway. We are going to lock this in for sure, and we will go ahead and start organizing our collection stuff to pass on over. So, yeah, bit of a strange one, but I think it's not the best one of these drafts I've ever had with it, because we don't have stuff like Premature, we don't have, you know, all of the crazy ultras and whatnot. We didn't get Jinzo, but I'm pretty happy with the way this ended up, because I think we have enough stuff that I can actually try some different things here. So, see what we can come up with, and yeah, make use of it from there. Okay, honestly, this draft did not go quite how I expected it to. There's a lot of strangeness going on here. I just can't really make heads or tails of this. Everybody got Imperial Order. Kib got 2 of them, continuing to pull the strongest out of everyone here, so I don't know if this is really the way to go with this deck this round. There's also a lot of things I wanted to do but didn't get the card pull for. I got 0 Lights of Intervention, I only got 1 DNA surgery, so even if I wanted to do inset barrier stuff, can't do that. I didn't get Spirit Cretin in the last round, I didn't get Shallow Grave in this one. I only got 1 Morphing Jar, number 2 that is. So there's a lot of stuff I couldn't really do within this to spice things up. So we're kind of trying to make the best that I can of things here, and we're going to go with a similar sort of idea to the previous round, just with a few updates and maybe a little bit more trap hate this time around, because I expect that spells aren't going to be played quite so much. So, on the high end of things, we did pull Beast of Talwar. It's not another Summon Skull, but it is still pretty reasonable. 2400, it's another tribute here. It is also dark, but that doesn't really matter too much for this deck. It's more just prevents the others from playing the field spell again. Mystic Plasma Zone. So there is that. We have 3 1800 dudes here. I actually do have a third Sky Scout that I could put in, but I'm favoring the higher attack of Dark Elf instead here as my main go. So we've got 3 1800 monsters for the stuff here. I still think Giant Soldier of Stone is really good because Gravity Bind was pulled, so we are going to potentially see that here as well. So hopefully we can play around that a little bit and just you know, have something that we can attack with. We have some stuff in the side deck to go with that as well. Dark Elf, again, strongest attack that we have here. Mystic Tomato just works completely fine with the Witch and Wall of Illusion, all of the fun stuff down here. So I think this is still the best recruiter for me to use in the main deck. And then Cyberjar is a thing. 4-star Ladybug of Doom comes in instead of Hain this time round. I think the Ladybug is generally better, but it will slightly depend on what's actually played here. If people are playing under Gravity Bind, then they're not going to have as many 4-stars, so we're not going to worry quite so much about that. We've got the second one in the side just in case we do find that we need it, so that should be decent. And then the last one's 2 Trapmaster, because again, there's going to be a lot of back row setting in this one, I think. So Trapmaster just makes a lot of sense to have around. The one morphing jar that we picked up, spoilers, Kib picked this up as well, so we're not even special on this one. Kib literally beat my entire pull set and then some, so you know, a little bit sad on that one. And of course Manny the Bug is still here at the moment as well. Even though we do have 4-star, this can hit things which are not level 4, so it is probably still best to have here as well. Spell cards, maybe a few too many considering IO, but I think these are still generally the best that we can play right now. Change of Heart, Dark Hole, Triple Fisher, and Monster Reborn, seen these all before. Rush Recklessly and Megamorph are going to stay in the deck here because Megamorph is a blowout card by the end of the game. Also functions very well with Dark Elves, so that's quite nice. And then Soul Exchange is going to come in here as well. I honestly don't know if this card is worth it, but it is one of the only ways that I would be able to remove face-down monsters from the field. So, because we didn't get Nobleman of Crossout and we don't have Tribute to the Doomed or anything like that, I feel like this is kind of worth it for now. We can use this to sack something for Beast of Talwar, which would be pretty good. So we're going to go with that, we'll see what it's like. 10 trap cards in here as well. Dust Tornado is the big one that we pulled, so we might be able to dust IO if it gets chained in response to one of my things. Michizura, we only got 1 copy of this. I don't know if I would play more considering Azrael's got triple Nobleman of Extermination right now, but it is still pretty good. If one of my dudes gets sent to the graveyard from the field, I just destroy a monster, which is nice. 1 Reinforcements, this goes with the 1 Rush Recklessly main decked because again, Nobleman of Extermination. Don't exactly want to play into that and lose all my stuff, so there is that. 2 Trap Hole, because I unlimited it last time round, so now we can play the second one. The Waboku's still here. 1 Imperial Order. This might actually survive this round. It'd be kind of crazy if it does, but it might live because there are, you know, copies on every single side of the field here. So it's definitely possible. Spellbinding Circles here too, as well as 2 Magic Drain in the main deck, because I don't know. I feel like Magic Drain is probably worth playing still. Maybe it's not, because maybe people are going to respect IO too much. But IO is a Saki one-of for me and Azrael, so I feel like, yeah, you could probably just go, I'm going to play the spell cards anyway, and so I want to have a little bit more insurance against that. Also, if there aren't as many spell cards being played, the ones which are being played might not have other spell cards in hand, so they are less likely to be able to pay to negate the effect. So the few cards it will stop are going to be the big ones, right? And so I feel like it might be worth it because of that. For the side deck, it is more or less transformative. I'm going to, if I go into my side deck, if I determine that I need something more to deal with the face down bullshit, I am going to go into an Earth package here. So I pulled 3 copies of Mad Sword Beast, which does piercing damage. It's the first time we actually get piercing damage in this thing, and nobody got Fairy Meteor Crush, so it's still the first thing that we get for piercing. And so I figured if we make this thing 1900 and get over basically most of the defenders that we would go against, it should be pretty solid. So we're going to go in with that. There is the one Jiraigumo in here. I kind of don't know if I want this in main deck at the moment. I could easily slot it in, but it is a little bit of a liability. I want to see if the Trapmaster stuff works out. These are honestly the 2 flex slots that this would come in on. I do have Dark Zebras. I've got plenty of them, but I'm not super sure that I'm keen on the card, really. It's just awkward because if the other monsters I have get destroyed around it, then you don't get anything out of this. But it is Earth, and it is the strongest Earth that I have, so maybe this could be Battle Ox, I don't know. But I think this is fine. 2 Giant Rats, what I pulled, so we may well bring those in anyway. 2 Dream Clown. I have like 4 of this thing, but I just couldn't fit it in. Dream Clown is a really good add off of Giant Rat, because you go Rat on their last attack into Dream Clown. They can't kill the Dream Clown, and then you put it to defense next turn and destroy their good dude. So the fact that this can destroy any monster is really nice, because it means I could kill face down stuff as well. As I said, second 4-star Ladybug, if stuff overperforms here, maybe that's where Trapmaster comes out if this ends up being necessary. And then free Gaia Power, the second reinforcements in case when I go up against Kib, basically, because Kib doesn't have that many extermination, and the third Magic Drain if I determine that I really, really need to hate out on spell cards. That's pretty much it. It's not as interesting as I wanted to play. I was looking into some janky Burning Land things and whatnot, but I didn't really get enough burn cards to make that worthwhile at the moment. I think Princess of Tsurugi would have been a really good tech card for this round, but I just didn't have enough capacity for it. I'd only have 1 copy, so not much to do with that, especially when you only have 1 Morphin Jar 2 as well. So I think this should work. We should be good enough to go on this one. It's the standard sort of good deck for the era.
Good.
Yeah, I guess we really are diving into this straight ahead.
Yeah, alright, Mr. the Agile, you are the one who determines who plays in what order this week, so, yeah, it is this week.
In my opinion, everything looks completely right to me. Kib as a
Everything looks right.
versus Cal.
Sorry, you want to repeat that real quick?
But no, everything's fine already, the way it is. We can go.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm just making sure that, this round 4 deck is there now. Round 3 deck was the one that I had favorited apparently, so just making sure I had the right thing. Right, so we're playing first then.
Yep.
Yes.
Give me a count on Nigel.
Alright then. Aha, I have been defeated.
Let this on play for a bit. Side note, I'm a little surprised that we keep going to this room here when we have a room for just the 3 of us. Like, why are we not calling there?
Because they've got the server boost on this one, so it's slightly higher quality audio on the stuff.
Server quality actually matters?
A little bit. Well, we get instead of like 96 kilobits setting for the audio, we get 192 because the servers get boosted. So, alright, this is about what I expected. I'll be totally honest with you. Bunch of back row and like not much else. So seems about right. You know, I like the play so much. I'll do as much as I can off of it. I can't quite match, but. yeah, like I don't know. I don't think the entire thing is just gonna be nothing but set pass, but given the specter of a certain card in this thing, I can obviously see a fair bit with it. Oh, a trap hole and a sand gun. All right, sure.
Get it out of the way, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Thinking what I would actually want off of that then. Let's go ahead and add Trapmaster here, I think. Alright. I obviously can't summon it this turn, so yep. Seems about right.
At this point, you just start playing recycled. Oh.
I mean, yeah, that is the plan. Also, I am seeing the size of this deck for the first time now. What the hell, dude?
Oh my gosh.
Is this a 60 card? I just noticed. Yeah.
Yes, it is a 60 card deck.
Dang. You know, grass is not released for, like, you know, several million years from here, right?
I have my reasons.
I bet you do. Right, so the new set's the one in the middle, huh? Well, at the very least, we can go ahead and try an attack. Like, I have a feeling I know one of the things that might come out of this, but okay, not the thing I was thinking. That's fine.
Not yet.
Now, that could be literally anything. Honestly, there are actually a lot of sets that we could use in this thing, so it actually could be just about anything. Oh, yeah. Okay. You know, I actually was kind of thinking of something akin to this, but I didn't really have the cards for it, so feels bad.
A full bench.
Yeah, it's funny because I initially almost pretty much immediately had the idea to be dealing with this sort of thing too, but I didn't have the cards to pull it off, so bit of a shame. Okay, I think this is gonna work the way I want it to, so let's run out the elf. Yep. And yeah, it does work. Mitchizer! So we can take out that thing now, because one of my dudes got destroyed.
Ah.
Yep. Yeah, let's flip it. Because I'm pretty sure that's the other trap hole. It's not, okay. I misremembered where it was. Or either that or you just bluffed it, which is actually more likely. D-Spell's an interesting one to see here. So yeah, he didn't get to kill anything, but that is fine. I think I'm still relatively okay with the way this is at the moment. Oh yeah, since you went in at the time, Kib, I've upped the timer to 5 minutes instead of 3 here, but after last time's almost running out.
Pish.
Yeah.
Pish, y'all.
I figured it was probably worth it. Well, I guess I would have you on a 3-turn clock at the moment, so fuck it. And that's the other bit that I was kind of expecting of it, yep. I mean, he still gets through at least, so there is that.
Oh, are you running the deck I think you're decking? You think the deck I think you're making? You're running? Right there? I do. Her. English.
Sure. I mean, you know that it's there now, so there is that at least. Yeah, I guess we'll summon it.
Harpy's distant brother.
Yeah. Let's see if you've got one. Nope. Okay. I mean, I'm still going in with this guy. I don't care.
I mean, you got 2 monsters out there. Need 4, but I'm counting 2 under 4.
Yeah, 2 that can actually attack right now. Alright. Yeah, kinda glad to have Giant Soldier of Stone in this current position. Ooh. Oh, well, I'm glad to see you at least, Blue. Hopefully you're doing okay. Alright, let's see that Waboku. Indeed. That's fine. Might as well change that to defense. Can change that to defense as well, actually. There's not really any reason not to here. I'm actually kind of realizing one card I missed putting in the deck here, but that's fine. It's not actually that big of a deal here, but it's something I was thinking on going, yeah, I should have included it, but it's all good. Right, well, okay.
Doesn't work if I don't draw my monsters.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Big drawback. No pun intended.
Yeah, we can see about that. Now it makes a bit more sense why you trap hold the Sangan too, because that can actually get under the under the stuff here. Yeah, certainly a curious little spot. Yeah, let's try that. Yep. That was part of the expected here, I guess. Oh boy. Okay. Well, We're doing this as well, I guess.
What would you even call what I did? The Millennium Eye set?
I don't know. It's the Tetris set because it's an L piece, right? Although it's got 5, so who knows?
That is funny, actually. You can make every single Tetris piece on this board if you wanted to. Like the line, the L, reverse L, the squiggly, reverse squiggly. I think they call it Z block.
Which one?
The Z block, the
Oh, yeah. I, L, J, S, Z, and O.
Except now I've ruined it because I put another thing down.
actually just they both just need one more piece to get a Tetris. Can they do it?
Hey, I'll do it! Boom!
Boom! The back row's cleared. Shit.
And now I activate my trap card with straight flush. Yeah, there's a trap card later on that if your opponent's got a full back row, I think it's a trap card anyway. Yeah, it's like if your opponent's got a full back row, a Harpy's Feather dusters them, but only if they have a full back row and nothing else, which is very silly. God, I don't know. Let's try and pick one off, I guess.
It would actually be kind of busted in this and at this day and age. Not like current
Every
day.
time.
I swear, the other ones are not these spells.
All right, let's bring it out to get the
Ooh,
trap
I have
hole.
not seen this
no
one.
trap hole. Yeah, it's an ultra that I pulled this time round. Not as good as Summon Skull in many ways, but it's better in some. So. Ah, okay.
Now you got 52 cards to pick from.
Yeah, he's drawn nothing but his back row stuff at this point. There's like every single back row that he has in his deck he's drawn. The rest of it's all monsters. Would be very funny, but obviously we know it's not true.
What would be the odds of making like a 60 card deck having only 5 cards that could be put in the back row and drawing all 5 of them on your first turn?
Ah, you have the fire. Okay. Yeah, oh well.
That was fun. Just the caption just comes a yes.
Uh-huh.
It's like, game, are you trying to answer my question? Stop it. Stop it. I don't like sentient beings on my computer. I haven't played Doki Doki Literature Club, but I don't like that kind of idea.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
No! What can I say? I could get something else.
Okay. A tribute set. Okay. Curious.
I forget, is there a monster that is a level 5 or higher that can I can get its effect when flipped?
No, it's just Lava Fall. I mean, it could have been like Reaper on the cards or something. I guess would have been the other potential one for it here. All right, let's do that. I need to actually try and get some damage going in this game, to be honest.
Yeah, Reaper of the card.
Change of Heart's an annoying one to get rid of, but that's fine. Obviously, no point in sinking a card into 450 damage here, I don't think, so...
Probably not, no.
kind of need to make sure my attacks are reasonably well positioned here, right? So is trap hole. Just like last time. I trap master your D-spell, you D-spell my trap hole. Just as
Trap Master tries to activate on D-spell, D-spell tries to activate on Trap Hole. At this point, I'm guessing games aren't just gonna work.
Fascinating, okay. Oh, I think I see why. Okay. Wait, then why wouldn't you have done that before? That's curious. Yeah, I've kind of got to think about that for a sec, actually. Yeah. I'm like, I think I know why you're doing this. I'm just like, why would you have not done it before?
Curious.
I mean, this seems like one of the better quote-unquote targets for this card in here anyway, considering you're not... It does not seem like you're going to be attacking that often with anything, so...
I'm mostly curious about what you were expecting me to do.
But you knew that, I knew that, you knew that, I knew that, you knew that, I knew that you would activate that trap card.
Honestly, I mean, we saw what I ended up doing with stuff that way the last time around. I was thinking that the only reason I could see to do that attack was to crash those two, and then Mitch's or the soldier, right? Because it's like that clears the board.
That was not my plan.
No, but it's like that clears the board. That was the only thing I could think of that you would do that, because otherwise you're giving up a flip effect that could have been useful.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't...
I mean, it was Mitch's or it was Fisher, but, you know.
I mean, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
Similar idea, right? But it was just like... Yeah, I was thinking the only reason you would do that is if you had a way of clearing the other monster afterwards as well. Yep. You know, I can't blame you. This was actually something I sort of considered playing myself at one point, but I don't quite have all the cards I wanted for it.
Oh.
That's very cute, by the way. Still not happening.
Beanie pants.
I appreciate the hustle, but
I appreciate the fact that as men, Cal can go, "Oh, that's cute," and Nigel could be like, "You meanie pants."
yeah, I know, right?
Like it was just the most innocent back and forth of like children, and just saying,
"Behold, Dream Cloud." I came prepared for the gravity bind bullshit. This is one of the things. It's like I pretty much knew that the gravity bind was a pretty big problem potentially here. Reborn's annoying to get rid of, but it's like, yeah, I pretty much knew it was going to be a potential problem here. So I was like, I'm gonna have some countermeasures to go with here. Dream Clown's a pretty freaking good countermeasure for this. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, I did not appreciate that. Stop it.
Because, I mean, I will be honest, with pulling two of them myself, I considered Gravity Bind myself this round. So, I was like, I need some way of being able to deal with it, because if I'm thinking about using it, then, you know.
That don't mean I'm thinking about using it.
Of course,
Or
I
I do.
do. Monster. This is kind of cruel.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have too many monsters with the 2000 Defender ones, but I just... Come on, I have more than one, and the one I had to search for. Kind of silly.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the problem with 60-card decks, but it's
Yeah.
really
It's-
unfortunate.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. My opening hand wasn't great with this one. It was like Trapmaster, Fisher, and 4 back row, and I was just like, what do you want me to do with this against a deck that has that going for it, you know?
All right, and let's see what happens when I play Kib.
Yeah, so into the spectator column we go.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Yeah, no, you actually kind of hit almost a 60 card version of something I was actually considering this round as well. I'll be honest. So I just don't quite have the cards for it. I have like the Tremendous Fire. I have the Gravekeeper's Servant. I think I have 2 Toll. I have Burning Land. I was actually considering that too, but yeah, I don't quite have enough other stuff for it. And you still have swords, which I don't. So, you know, you've still got more. Fish!
That is a fish.
Fish with jaws and teeth.
The whole
I have fish,
shebang.
sure.
God damn it!
You stuck my fish.
You fell into a deep sea trench.
You know, I would buy that this fish would be from the Mariana Trench.
Yeah. I love that later on in the game, like we were just about to get to them, but I love later on in the game that they have spell and traps that have this thing on it, like fishing swaps and fishing kicks and stuff.
Fishing?
Yeah, because like he actually gets quote unquote lore later on as well, even if it is just being traded in the market or whatever.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I do appreciate the complete 180 in terms of direction stuff here with it, though. Is like this is complete opposite to what we've been seeing in previous things with it here.
I wanted to give it a shot because
Yeah.
I built it's like another deck, just normal with light monsters, Wing Weaver and whatnot, and was like it's just kind of boring.
Oh yeah, this might work well. It depends how many monsters get hit here. This was the other bit that I just can't do because I only have 1 copy of this card. So, oh boy, that's a lot of stuff going discarded.
Oh,
Yeah, there's the inset barrier. Whitehall goes, extermination, there's the swords, there's the IO. Solemn Wishes was the other one I was considering this round because I actually pulled more than 3 of it. I actually pulled 3 of it this time. So yeah, it's kind of funny. We had a similar sort of idea going with this one, really. I just don't have enough of the cards to really do it, and it probably would have been a 40 card version I ended up making anyway, so you'd have had the advantage in that, probably anyway.
there's extermination. Yep.
It's
Okay.
hard to tell if you would have had the advantage actually, considering 40 cards that have maybe gone into my stuff like Burning Land faster. Who knows? Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Although it was summoned this turn, so it can't actually be flipped up. Right? Oh, I guess it can. Okay.
If I change a party, I can. Yes.
Interesting. I thought...
No one in that position of faith, though. That's annoying.
That's the interesting bit, because I thought the fact if it was summoned this turn means it couldn't have its battle position changed that way. So
Yeah.
that's a surprising one to me, but fair enough. Ooh. So Kib stuff is a fair bit more traditional here by the looks of it.
Yeah, I can't flip out my monster, the one that was summoned from Morphing Jar, so...
Yeah, so it's kind of weird then that you were able to do that without yours one.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, and that is why you searched the labyrinth wall. That's the one bad bit about Labyrinth Wall, is that it just dies to Fissure after it gets flipped up, eh?
Yeah.
0 attack. Mm-hmm. This turn only applies until anyone's end phase? Oh man, I wonder what that could be.
Could be anything. Oh, no point having you face down.
True.
Stretch. Hmm.
So are we in like the magic cylinder waiting room or something for this deck, Azure?
Wrong card. That was the wrong choice. Oh well. I'll set that then. Well, instead of a full back row, I got a full front row.
So what you're telling me is I need Flash of the Forbidden Spell then? Okay.
Okay, so which one is that one? Not that one. Well, it's not a bad option, at least. Nah, no.
On second thought.
That's a good one.
Sure, it's just like, I don't want to hear that. Put it back.
Ooh. Will it work that way?
Yeah, there's one thing I'm seeing on this field that's kind of weird here is like, you know, there's like the blue aura at the bottom of the monsters that for like they're being projected out of the cards or whatnot. Where is Hain's one? He doesn't have any aura. Like, Manny the Bug has it around the feet. Well, had. He's now off the field. But like Suijin has it all around the bottom bit. Where was
Hain
Hain's one?
has left the building. It's probably because he has no legs.
Yeah, I see, but it's just like rude.
Probably. I'm not fully sure.
This is another one I kind of considered putting in the deck as well, was the Suijin that I had, but ultimately was like, 2 tribute is probably going to be too hard to pull off here. But then again, I don't think I was quite expecting Labyrinth Wall pass, so you know.
It was a ruse.
And there it is. And there it is again.
Who saw that coming?
I did.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's why you play the card. Yeah, there was a fairly good reason for me having Trapmaster in my main deck in this round. I was like, that's gonna be important somewhere, but not if it just keeps hitting D-spell all the time. That was a pretty good bait hit with it though, with the whole like Mask of Darkness getting like the trap hole thing back, and then just going, I'm gonna set something else in that slot so that you don't suspect it, right?
I was kind of hoping that you would go for it, expecting me to put the trap ball right back down after I picked it up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Whereas my back row had other plans at that point. I realized, wait, if you trap hole my dude, then Michizur can kill your guy before it flips up, so I don't have to worry.
I wasn't thinking of that, but even knowing that it could happen, I'm not sure if I would have changed anything, because
Yeah.
my other option would have been not using it,
Mm-hmm.
which would have left the Dark Elf on the field.
Yeah.
Which would have gotten over my monster at that point.
Yep. So. Oh no, Wall of Illusion. That's like the best
Oh,
card in this
really?
matchup. There you go.
Speaking of Wall of Illusion,
Hey, now you can normal summon it to get trap hold. Great.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was expecting something like that
Uh-huh.
bullshit coming in as well, but unfortunately, ordering? Can you play Burning Land without a field spell being in play? I
Nope.
think you actually can't. Wow, okay.
you need to destroy a field spell.
I am so fucking glad I didn't go down that strategy then, because I would not have realized that.
At least, maybe the later versions of it. Because I'm using the like pre-errata,
Huh.
and they are multiple versions of that card. So maybe a later version does not require it, but this pre-errata version does.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, I would have fallen into that trap, so I am so glad I didn't play that card in the end. Because I don't think I would have had a field spell in this deck if I was actually playing it myself, so... Ah, damn it, you failed. You're supposed to trap hole it.
Well, I wish I had a hole in my hand, where my field more likely, but nope.
Prevent rat. Yep.
At least I'm gonna deal some damage.
Burn!
Fire!
Fire! Fire! Don't let him through! How many more references can we make with it, right?
I wonder.
Okay, let's see. I have options here.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Mamma mia.
Well,
Oh, so yeah, oh no. The other one for it. Oh. Oh, that's dangerous. Okay.
Let's see.
Yeah, I didn't pull this card at all, so that kind of threw me out of the empty jar type thing here. Yeah, we've got a few options.
yeah.
Oh, the new text apparently doesn't need a field in play in order to use it? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense then. But I was assuming we were using pre-errata, so I wasn't entirely sure if that made a difference in that case, but apparently it does.
Yeah, I wasn't actually aware that Burning Land even had that sort of function, quote-unquote functional errata. That is not one that ever comes up when you look up like lists of errata cards on websites and whatnot. So, yeah, I wouldn't have known. So I guess if we ever use this card again, we probably use the newer one actually, just because it's more. I think it's more accurate to what it's supposed to be doing, if that makes sense. But yeah, I wouldn't have known. Like I said, didn't even know the thing had an errata because I didn't see it when going through things. So, ooh, Morphin Jar 2 going down.
Well, gee, what's gonna happen?
You're gonna have to destroy one of your own monsters. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he got destroyed after being flipped, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
So, as an options.
yeah, I didn't pull any of this card, so yep. No shocks, both players get Magician of Faith back here. Yeah, it's unfortunate being this sort of far back with it, I guess, as well, because Burning Land is really not good in this situation.
No, it's not.
Oh.
That doesn't help either, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. I can understand why. Not quite sure.
Not
Okay.
quite sure what the target should be, though, in this case. I would like to think it'd be one of the face downs. In fact, it's going to be.
No, my D-spell.
Oh no, a D-spell. Whatever will I do without it?
And now we see the punish? Question mark?
Oh man, it's unfortunate. I wish my swords had stuck on the field for at least one more moment, because I don't think I can activate this after
Oh. Yeah, you can't activate it after it's flipped up. It gets flipped up at the start of the damage step, so...
at that point I can't activate the trap card anymore. What a shame.
So this was another one that I kind of considered playing, but ultimately ended up, with the way my deck has gone this week, it wasn't going to be good. There's a couple of cards I pulled actually that are like that, but we'll get into that when we're done with everything. Because I do still have a game to play after all, after this one. Spellbinding Circle. I see you used the original artwork with that. I I'm weird that maybe it's because we grew up with the like changed artworks and stuff, but I honestly think a lot of them just looked better with the when they were changed. I don't know, it's weird. Oh wow. So Pepper's saying the text change for Burning Land is very recent, apparently. Interesting.
Well, it's a game then. Oh, right. Right? No, yeah, yes it is. Yes it is.
Pretty sure it is,
I
yeah.
messed up my
Yeah. Because
If these are spell cards, then
yeah,
Even with Faith can beat it.
you do still have to attack through them is interesting. Okay, maybe I should actually play Magical Hats then if you have to attack through the stuff here as well.
Yeah, Magical Hats are actually a bit better if that's the case.
Actually, oh right, someone thought you had already attacked switching. Minus 600 life points. That's not good.
So, I, for some reason, thought that if you managed to kill... I guess this is just because of the anime stuff, right? I thought that if you killed the thing that Magical Hats was hiding, then the other two got destroyed straight away. But no, they get destroyed at the end of the battle phase, so you could use it as a kind of scapegoat style thing, huh? It's sort of what it was right there. Weird.
You can do the complex Boolean searches to find filter card effects by typing the yeah symbol.
Huh. Wait, no, it just had a weird set that had a 5 years later reprint. It was in 2015 was when Burning Land got changed. Still, in the grand scheme of things, like, I guess more recent than ancient, but still pretty old at this point, right? It's 7 years ago that it got changed.
Hmm.
I don't want cards in my hand.
Well, if you had a morphing jar, this would have been the perfect time to have had it set. You know? Or one of those flipped up being card of demise, that would have also been pretty good.
That would have been hilarious.
Right, so Azrael's first turn, set 6 cards. Kim's first turn, set 1. One of these things is not like the others.
He has a really big T-block.
Line piece.
I kind of miss those videos.
Yeah. I thought it'd be extra fitting because you have Solemn Judgment as well, so, you know. Oh, nothing for you.
No Sweden.
One Gravity
Once again,
Bind
half the
going.
deck will be gone.
It's possible.
By the way, Morphing Judge 2 is one of the cards that will be banned by me. Fuck that card. Sorry, but I hate that card so much.
Oh, Parasite is an interesting one.
Shuffle this card into your face. Okay, no, I can't accept that card.
Dark Hole on a Parasite. Wow. What a world we're living in right now. Oh! How did I miss that you had? Oh, probably because half your thing didn't end up going on the stream. I was looking at the VOD stuff earlier just because I was curious, and
Which is weird because I thought it was on there.
yeah, I think your stuff cut out. I think after our conversation stuff was ending, we saw a couple of the polls from there. It was like Premature was one of your early ones. Not really a spoiler because we've already seen it in your first mill, I believe, for Morphin Jar. And yeah, it's like we saw a couple of them, and then the conversation ended, and then the stream went out, and then there was like a minute 50 of a VOD afterwards when you were going through some of the things. But yeah, the half of the draft didn't end up actually on the video from what I could see.
Yeah, that sounds about right because the stream kept cutting out a lot during the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good.
Aw. That's called being bitter.
It's funny, this has been like a card that's been in my side deck for quite a while, but never actually had a reason to use it yet. But this is I mean, when you've got stuff like the Morphin Jars flying around, it's a pretty good reason to use it. So I found something mentioning that the Japanese version of Burning Land never needed a field spell in the first place, so it was never intended to. Okay, like it's saying, if we ever for some reason use it again, then we'll use Burning Land uses the more recent text, because that's how it was always supposed to work.
Mm-hmm.
Aha!
Well, thanks for giving me back my card.
So I'm seeing a slight problem with this overall strategy here.
I really can't use that then.
Interesting. Man, the fact that this guy has like stuck on the field every time it's been summoned here is unfortunate, but I guess it makes. I mean, yeah, you've got that for it, but it's like it makes sense when you've got 60 cards and only 2 of them are trap holes, right? You're not always gonna have it.
Mm.
That's the bit that's been getting me. Is like, man, is like, every time a big summon has come up that way, it's just like there's been no trap hole for it, and I feel like there was always trap hole for it when we played the last time round. So, as a one-off, no less. Yeah, got rid of Suijin, so this has to be the next best target, huh?
I mean, it's a good target.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Aw. I was so ready for Wall of Illusion there.
Would not blame you.
Wouldn't have been quite as painful, at least, with a 1 Tribune instead of a 2, but still. Yes, Pepper, I am well aware right now. It's just gone. Stall burn. Burn not included. I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. Oh boy. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. You had the Parasite for it as well. I saw that. Interesting. So this technically doesn't stop Inset Barrier from being around, but so long as IO is in play, the Inset Barrier won't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But as soon as it goes away like that, now the Inset Barrier is live again.
Why even activate IO then?
I did. I clicked too fast. I meant to keep it activated, but I clicked too fast. So.
No.
Mistakes were made,
Because
unfortunately.
I thought something else was going to activate.
Azuro's just sitting there going, thank you for furthering my win condition here.
Honestly, I'm not too sad about that one.
I was thinking, wow, apart from, looking at the hand there, I was thinking as much because I'm looking at the difference in the deck sizes right now, and I'm like, yeah, Azuro's just going, thank you, I needed that.
It's funny because that reminds me, in Fortune Street for the Wii, the game, the AI talks a lot, and one thing that you do is that you raise the stock, whatever, but other players can like put in the stock and like get money off of yours, so piggybacking.
Yep.
So every time you raise your stock, you raise their stock as well. So it goes back and forth. I'm like, well, thank you for giving me money.
Uh-huh.
So I'm giving myself more money. I can give you $1, but I'm giving myself 100.
Makes sense to me. Fortune Street was one of those games I didn't know about at the time, and probably I wouldn't have been able to like do much with it, I guess, but probably would have still picked it up if I knew about it. Just because it's the kind of thing I would put on once in a while, probably.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun for a time waster. It'd be more fun if you had friends to play with you as well.
Yeah. And that would be the limiting factor. It's the limiting factor with a lot of games, to be honest. It's like they're more fun if you actually have people around you to play them.
Mm-hmm. It's a shame that the online part of it it's not there anymore.
And that's not one, or is that one that the fans have made stuff for?
But that is one the fans made a thing for. So it does exist, not just not officially.
Yeah. You've got to like homebrew for stuff, or Dolphin, whatnot. This is a weird game state, isn't it?
This is a weird one, B. Hum.
Yeah, I'm trying to think as well, like how this one resolves in the end, but there's plenty of ways this game could go.
Well, no, you have some 2000 walls. Oh, there you go. Hi.
You know, I almost thought you were going to bounce the morphing jar there. I'll be honest.
Was considering it.
I bet you were. Cal's been promoted to casting games. I mean, when I'm not the one who's actively playing, I have one to do after this, but
already summoned, so
So I'll just deafen up real quick so I can go over this stuff a bit better for you here. Since we've got 3 people doing this draft, we're doing a round robin format. So I played Azure first, and now Azure's playing Kib. Afterwards, I have to play Kib as well, and it's just one of those that everybody gets to play everybody else, but obviously one person isn't playing at all times with it. So we're in the quote-unquote caster seat with this one. And what a weird game this is, too. Azure's playing some sort of stall burn type thing, just hasn't found or hasn't played the burn cards for it yet. He's in a rough spot to actually start burning them, too, because a lot of his cards are self-burn as well. So I think he might be going for the deck out strat instead here. And be curious to see how that plays out in the end. So yeah, not sure how we're going to end with this one, but if he can hang on, I think he can win by deck out. Lots and lots of cards available at the very least.
Well, this is gonna be interesting, actually.
Timer's red though, so
I know it is.
I don't get to see that bit. Okay. Right, so remind me. Okay, it is just when, and it isn't a you can, so it doesn't miss timing. Okay. There's that parasite. Also trap hole.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's full.
Whoa, okay. I knew it. I knew it. Wow.
I mean, who saw that coming?
Whoa, wow.
Well, I tried. All right, backup plan.
It is going to be interesting. Let's see how it plays out. There's one MST gone. Change of heart gone. The fucking jar comes back, of course it does. Okay, couple of rough hits, but Upstart Goblin in a 60 card deck. Okay.
yeah, that was I side decked. I wanted to change out, remove some cards that I didn't want to draw.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So,
I guess if you didn't have anything else you wanted to put in the side deck in the first place, it's not the worst thing to at least get slightly deeper down for the deck. Still a big difference in the number of cards in the the stuff here, and yeah, that doesn't help. I was waiting to see this actually. I was like, it's kind of rough that you milled a couple of your solemn wishes with the stuff here, but no, this is where it should be good. Could be literally anything. Yeah, I was just reading through all of the things that got summoned too, and I was like, every single one of those loses to the 900 attack of Mask of Darkness. So
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it actually the order in which it showed it would still apply, so I was hitting into the Morphing Jar too, but apparently not.
It was reverse order.
Okay. But for me, it looked like it was put down there, so I guess it's... Oh well.
So
it summoned Hain, Sky Scout, Morphin Jarmer 2.
So the idea behind Morphin Jar 2 and stuff like that is I thought you were supposed to shuffle the positions of the stuff afterwards as well, but I don't know if this even does that. Because I feel like we've had like a Cyber Jar trigger before, put two things face down and they've just stayed exactly where they were, which wasn't what I thought was supposed to happen, but...
Well, the Morphin Jar happened on my turn, and it was his turn, so Mascars was able to flip up. Or just you're talking about something else.
I mean, I thought the idea, right? You summoned 4 monsters face down at the same time of the stuff here. I thought the idea was that once that had resolved, all of your monsters would get shuffled up. But I don't think Omega does that.
No.
Which is curious, because I thought that's always how it was supposed to work. But that's not how they've decided to do it. I guess it's an interesting
Yeah.
proposition. Alright, you've got 7 attacks in you. Make it count. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I am surprised that connected.
Me too.
Well, which of my trap cards should I activate? Imperial Order, Solemn Wishes, or Mindle Goblin Official?
Oh no!
Oh.
I mean, I can activate Mindle Goblin Official now. Hooray. Because you're finally below 3,000. Or at 3,000. Can also activate my Solemn Wishes.
Yeah. No, I
Of course, I don't
was-
draw any more 2,000 monsters, and Morphing Jar number 2 is a card I don't like. I
Yeah,
can't wait to get rid of it.
it's pretty annoying.
Yeah.
Empty Jar definitely was a thing that would have probably been on my radar if I actually pulled more Morphing Jars, but I didn't. So
I mean, honestly, all of the jars are kind of super annoying to play against.
yeah,
It's just-
All the
it's
jars.
there,
Yeah.
It just destroys the hand, destroys the field, destroys the meta if you use Fiber Jar.
destroys
old
your
one.
soul.
Yeah. Oh right, I'm sorry.
Alrighty. Now, time for that all important game 3. Right.
Real quick, so I always gone for the next gen Morphing Jump too, but it's super easy to decide. I
Yeah.
cannot stay.
Well, we'll talk about it more when we're actually done with the stuff here, because we do
Yeah,
have
but
a game to
My
play
decisions
through
are
here.
already locked in.
Oh man, a mysterious monster.
You know, the fact that you and Ajo have a history of having a back row immediately.
You're not wrong. I technically did have a back row. Right, well, thing is, I still do. Alright, go ahead, Bucko.
Yeah, you still do. Yep.
You did get rid of a lot of monsters there, though, which I do not appreciate. Alright, flip him up.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. No.
Okay, that's pretty good. I'm almost tempted just to straight attack that in case it is like Morphing Jar 2, because it would be very funny if I actually got the Man-Eater Bug back in deck right now. So this is a little unusual, but I know you have the regular Morphing Jar as well, so I think this is one of those rare exceptions where actually setting first is better, because if I hit the Morphing Jar, then I get all of my cards back, whereas if I don't, yeah, fuck it,
Fair enough.
I'm just gonna go in. Beast of Talwar. If
He
I
does
get
have a pretty cool design.
He does. If I get punished by the Jar 2, I get punished by the Jar 2. This is also kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's like I do clear it, which is better than I would have done if I didn't do that, so... This Man-Eater Bug, I would have taken like 1,400 damage there too, which is pretty rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine, I think.
Sungon punch.
Yeah, Sagan Beats is pretty good when you know that I don't have a dude in hand, but... Or at least one I can use. But you know, sometimes we can draw into stuff. So
Sometimes.
there it is, and there he goes.
Here it comes.
Here
And
it
there it
comes,
goes.
thunder.
It missed. Just using a card here.
Oh right, okay. I'm just wondering why my trap hole is still face up on the field right now.
Yeah, it's it's chain reaction. Just debating, just deciding.
And crackling.
Right, yeah, I guess it's still up because Sangan is chain link 1, right? Okay. Okay, that makes more sense now. I was thinking about it going, wait, what is happening with it here? It's like, has it frozen anything?
Yeah.
No, it's because chain link 1 Sangan, chain link 2 trap hole. Yeah, makes more sense now. Okay, Dark Elf. Megamorph the Dark Elf.
Oh,
Seems pretty good, right?
Or one attack, yes.
Bang!
The only time I've done this much damage is when he activated Solemn Judgment.
Let's force you to pay something for that. Haha! Got you!
sad face.
But that panel does just shuffles over, just says no in a huge box. It's quite amazing.
Alright, Trapmaster!
Dispel. Oh,
It's not Dispel, it's so
No.
much better! Oh
No.
god! Again, it's like... I haven't seen any like big defenders off of you yet, which is interesting. Yeah, I mean, I
Probably the
guess.
biggest one you've seen is Wall of Illusion.
Yeah, which I've already gotten rid of. I guess we just go in. Yeah, that's fine. I was like, it could be that, but at the same time, you don't get anything off of this now. So, and those are two
No.
pretty good ones to get. So, Soldier and Tomato.
that was also super annoying because Kip always flipped manually, and so the Morphing Jar
Yeah.
always kept going back to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Especially
tough.
it's super difficult to get some Morphing Jar.
It's tough when you're a passive deck against something like Morphing Jar 2. I do agree. I know he's got Spear Cretin in hand at least though, so it is possible to pull it back, but... That too...
Just under the table slide your Soul Release.
That would be kind of funny, but... Alright, the Cretin, I guess, is there already. Oh wow, both of my Trapmasters are gone. How did that happen? Whatever. We do still have the bugs.
Then card destruction.
Oh yeah, card destruction on my opening hand, right. I had one from the, from that, yeah. Makes sense. Which, okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, rather have you force it out now.
True. So we'll bin Magician, obviously. No, can definitely understand the logic of that. Well, it's just flip the guys, I guess. It's funny because the reason I kept the soldier in is specifically because it was level 3. Because I was like, yeah, gravity bind is a pain in the ass. I don't want to be caught dead on that. So that's the exact reason I kept it in, is because of it being level 3. Because I have enough like other defenders I could have used, right? But
Oh yeah.
not necessarily the same attack value on them, I guess. But like I have Akumado. We've obviously got Mystical Elf. There's the jar. Yeah, plenty of things I could have done, but it was like, no, Soldier of Stone, because it's level 3, makes the most sense to me for me to play here, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Actually mixed with the best counter against those that can attack directly.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, because they would hide behind something like Gravity Bind, and you know, it might have taken him 3 goes, but I am glad that Trapmaster actually managed to hit something, though. You know? Took him a long time, but he did it.
It's like every 1 of 3 shots.
Alright, let's see if we can wrap this up. What are we dealing with? It is a Cretan, so we can't. Okay. Sorry, there's a prompt that came up right in the face of it, so I'm like, god damn it. Wall of Illusion. It's kind of annoying. I mean, I guess we just take Manny the Bug. Alright, get in there.
Trap hole.
Nah, I can't trap hole in battle phase and stuff. Nah, I'm fine getting over this thing and just getting the. I was hoping to just lethal, obviously, but Spirit Cretan says otherwise, so that's fine. Nah, I just wanted to clear it. I figured it's better than leaving you a tribute fodder on the field. Yeah, we've got to get rid of that.
Meh.
Wasn't Dark Elf in the tap mode lethal? Probably, but whatever. This way I didn't have to pay life points. Because that's the most important part of all of this, right? Yeah, no, it probably was, and I probably missed it, but oh well. Okay, what can we do with this? It's not about winning, it's about sending a message, apparently. Yes, loud cars outside as well, huh? I've not got that much time to think about stuff. I want to think more than I actually can with the stuff here. That's all good. Just want to do more than what is allowed, apparently.
3,
Nah.
2, 1.
Well, I gotta swap out. I don't think the last one was right, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, I'm going first. Okay. Sure.
Okay, game. I don't know what this hand is, but okay.
Yep. Uh-huh.
So about that attack, or about that flip effect.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of expecting that, but it's fine. There's not much else going on with it. Yeah, I pretty much just set it as another Maddie the Bug, obviously. Going, you're probably going to summon a level 4 or something here, so I might as well just use it for that. Alright. Mr. the Sign Gang coming out again. I mean, he's definitely going in. Yeah, I should have said it first. That's fine. That's a curious decision, actually, on stuff here. Oh, I'm seeing this now. Yeah, my side deck stuff didn't go through. That's fine. Makes sense. Yeah, I know, right? Go ahead. Yeah, I was slightly too slow on the side deck stuff with it there. Like, I think I got the swap, but I didn't get the finish off on it, so that's why I didn't actually go through. That's fine. So when you take this to a game 3, then I can show what I was actually trying to do and why it was taking so long.
What happens here if I do that? I'll find out in a minute, I guess.
Sure. There's like a 0% chance this goes through, but...
Man, that's a costly one.
Oh, wow, okay. You are not wrong, that is costly. Alright, now this could be literally anything. I'm going to leave the turn at that. Damn it, you weren't supposed to actually flick your own one there. Oh dear.
You didn't draw 5 cards, though.
Either of us have.
Okay. That's interesting. Alright, what does this do?
Doesn't flip my dude face up, that's for sure.
Doesn't flip it up? Okay. Okay, that's what I was wondering about there.
That's why, because you're... Wait, no. Why didn't we draw anything? Both players discard... Yeah, why didn't we draw from that? Like, it's kind of... There's kind of in a weird thing, there's like an OCG and the TCG version of Morphin Jar for some reason. There isn't like one universal one, but yeah, like, why the hell didn't we draw anything off of that? That's... What? Okay.
Huh.
Bizarre. Alright, well, I mean, I guess I've kind of got to go for advantage here, huh?
Let me just see. Let me see the log here. Battlefield. Okay, hold on. Flip summon Morphin Jar activates Chain Link 1. Then let intervention card position change from face down to face up. But
the weird part in the log is that it doesn't even say that I discarded cards from Morphin Jar, right? It just...
No, it doesn't even say... No, it doesn't even say this. Card's position changed from face down to face up. So I feel like I should have done that. But...
Yeah, this seems like it's a bug, because that should not have. We should have drawn off of that for sure. Maybe we have to do some more testing on this at some point. I don't know.
Probably do another test afterwards, then I guess.
Possibly, because that is very, very weird. Yeah, there was no rulings in play at all, of course. There was no rulings in play at all for not having the effect happen there, so it's very strange. Anyway, now you can't put your own morphing jar face down, so good job, idiot. Nor can you attack with that, so...
Nope. Haha, the master plan. No one can set cards now.
I mean, I can set this one.
Monster cards face down.
I see, yep. Ugh. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Funny enough, Banisher of Light is 3-star, so it can attack if it wants
It can, yep.
You should totally do that. I highly recommend it.
I mean, there's so many things I want to try.
So the interesting bit now is you've gotten rid of your only way of destroying line of intervention too, so... There is no way that Morphing Jar gets to do anything anymore, which is very funny. Weird game state. Alright, let's just fisher it off.
It itself doesn't get banished either.
No, because its effect is no longer applying as soon as it's destined to leave the field. It's the same sort of reason why Morphing Jar 2, if it's destroyed in battle, doesn't put itself back in the deck. Because its destination is the graveyard. Okay.
Monster Reborn the Morphing Jar.
I mean, you could, but... Okay, at the very least, this is lowering the meaningful targets of Magician of Faith. It still change your heart annoyingly, but this is lowering the meaningful uses of that, so... I suppose I shouldn't be, like, completely upset with it. 2k is a big butt to get over right now, though. Save a replay for the bug report? Yeah, we should do. Because yeah, I think this is something that needs to be looked at.
Actually, that's an interesting point there.
Okay. There are.
I mean, it might be.
things
It
that-
might
yeah.
be as simple as. Okay, so. Here's the thing. I think this might be a reason why as well. When it gets to your turn, and when you guys, either you or Agile, were trying to go through your turns, I'm building a habit of just right-clicking through the thing because I always thought it was just the game saying, "Would you like to activate this effect?" No, I don't want to. So go away. So right-clicking through it. I don't know if I right-clicked through the thing through a prompt that gave me to say, "Would you like to draw cards?" or
No, Morphing Jar is
but,
mandatory.
But even then, this is a mandatory thing,
Yeah.
so I don't know. But that's the
Yeah.
only thing. That's the only time it popped up for me.
Like, I don't want to
Did
cut
I
you off
mention
too much, but
Changed it either.
No, there was no chain, nothing to it. And again, yeah, I'm not meaning to try and cut people off with it, but yeah, Morphing Jar is a mandatory trigger, so there's no way that it could possibly be because of that. Okay.
I was kind of wondering if it could have been like because of Night of Intervention, like missing the timing or something, but even that shouldn't have been the case here.
Alright, you ready for the dumb play?
I'm ready to get destroyed.
Fortunately, still gives you Witch because it destroys everything. I don't have a Fissure for that because you MST'd my Fissure. But,
Oh. Hmm.
yes, that thing that you can't put face down anymore because of your own
Yeah.
card. Good job. Alright, normal, and because of that, normal summon Cyber Shark. Because I'm not allowed to put it face down anymore. But it's level 3, so it's going in.
This is the equivalent of how Astral's and my duel on that first duel went. It's like, oh, I'm invincible. I can't be beaten. You deck out yourself. Shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what though? Yeah, I get to play anime duel because I can set a monster face up in defense mode.
True. The thing is, your
Alright.
entire deck is built around flip effect monsters, and you've just killed it all with your own floodgate.
Yeah.
I will admit, if I had any Light of Intervention, I would have been side decking it this week, but I didn't actually pull any, so I wasn't able to do this, which is unfortunate. Because yeah, I actually wanted to play it in the side because I figured flip bullshit was going to happen at some point this week, and I was wanting a way to deal with it, and I pulled 0 of it. It was a common, so you know, a little bit unfortunate. God, I still know you've got the stupid Morphin Jar in hand too. Like, it doesn't actually beat this thing, but you know.
No.
Alright, Manny the Bug, get in there.
I just want Forbidden Memories rules where you can put face down attack monsters.
Right? Can't even do that anymore because Link Monsters ruined all the fun. Darkness Approaches got changed, so it doesn't do that now. Alright, 450, let's go.
Is it big enough? But
Yeah, it's something alright. Oh yeah, your Dark Hole's banished in it. Sorry, cards in the way of the Banish Zone. Yeah. Oh no, Dark Hole's not banished.
no, because Banisher of Light went to the graveyard first. So apparently, because of that, nothing
Yeah.
got banished.
No, I thought... Yeah, for some reason I thought you'd use Dark Hole as well, but no, not in this game. Aha! But my jar is 100 bigger.
This is how old school Yu-Gi-Oh should have been.
I get punished. And I played it in
That's
damage
what's good about
steps.
that. You played it at the right
Yeah,
time, so
I
it's funny.
specifically played it in damage step because I figured you might have IO, and I didn't want it to get stopped by that. I actually thought about it. I was going, yeah, if you have IO down and you're not flipping it preemptively, my rush is gonna work out. And if I did flip it, if you did flip IO preemptively, then I could have just
With all the
used it
other
from
stuff
there.
that we've been using, I'm almost a bit surprised you're still using Rush impactfully, or Rush recklessly, I should say. Impactfully, yes, that's a different card.
Yeah,
But but at the same time, it's used for this reason alone.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror Force. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, I already got rid of Mirror Force earlier, so I was pretty safe that way. Oh,
Force
this
is-
hand,
it's all at
though, Sky Scout, Dark Elf, Soul Exchange. I cannot get around the 2 Gravity Bind bit there with what I
No.
had in hand. So
No,
yeah,
my hand, Change of Heart, Mirror Force, Fissure, what is it? Hold up, check field. Solemn Judgment, Mirror Force.
yeah, seems
Like-
about right.
What are you going to do with a hand like that?
Yeah. Okay, so I never got a chance to actually like show the bit that I was going to because I ran out of time in trying to sort my side deck out. I wasn't actually going to side into the Dream Cloud because I didn't see Gravity Bind first time, but I was actually smoke screening almost into a more or less a pure Earth strat here. I'll put the thing in the Discord chat real quick so we can go over the stuff. But I was actually looking to play like the Gaia powers, the giant rat. I pulled 3 Mad Sword Beast. So I thought, if everybody's going to be on weenie dumb stuff that's like really small, Mad Sword Beast gets over that and pierces through as well, so I still get damage out. So that was kind of the goal of my side deck, was to go in with the weenie butts, if you will, on that side, like punish them for that. Because I was like, okay, we've still got lots of Magician of Faith in play, we've still got lots of, the jar stuff is possible.
Sorry to interrupt. Did we save that replay?
I saved it, yeah.
Okay.
I'm in the Duelist Unite Discord for Omega. I'll see how about posting stuff for that later.
I mean, let's look at it or look at the replay and see why and when it should have.
Yeah, we can try and take a look at that in a bit too. Have you got your deck profile there, Tolkib?
My deck profile?
Yeah, for showing the stuff for today, right?
The deck. Oh, I'm making the deck right. I'm making a picture. So
yeah, that's why I was just trying on the stuff. Let's actually move over because I think I might actually want to try and show the other ones on it this time, but I don't have a scene set for this yet, so I don't even know how it's going to work that way because I guess I need to save the images and then just do it that way. Probably. And hope that stuff is not.
Say that.
So.
Okay, yeah, that.
Yeah, things might take a little bit with loading up here. There you go. It's getting there. Right, we will save that one as well. Yeah, high CPU usage, blah 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 blah. Same sort of bit as always. So let me see if I can image file. Yeah, I know stuff is dropping again. I see. Hopefully it's not for too long, because I kind of wanted to at least try and show the stuff. You can't really do this as like a preview type thing, I suppose. So
Nah. Yeah. Okay. So while you're doing that, then I guess the idea of the deck, my intervention was supposed to try and counter the flip bullshit, but at the same time, my thought process was like, if I activated that and then flipped the card, would I still get my bullshit while doing the thing? Be like, okay, flip out my intervention and then flip over morphing jar. Would that work? That's what I was wondering there for like a good minute. It's like, if it does, it's bullshit. If it doesn't, then you know what? I'm willing to bite the bullet and just say, all right, I tried. But